JAZZY-J back with another My Career stream. Taking a little break from my team, and until the new season starts, nothing really to play for. And I already got everything I'm going to get off the events. Back to trying to get my guy to 99.
Eye contact with the fan. No, lightly, yeah.
I don't smile. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. And as we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. Take a look at the Jazz. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Memphis. They're much further down in the standings right now.
When I look at Memphis, they pretty much have to win out to get in and also need some help from other teams, likely needing those above them to lose.
Now, look at Memphis's starting group. The wing pair, it's Caldwell Pope and Wells. Jackson is out there with Zach Edey. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. And for Utah, Kyle Filipowski is out there with Markkanen. Then it's Keontae George. Then there's Jay, and it's Bailey in at the 2 spot. Well, Doris, here we go down the final stretch of the regular season. How about some of the improvement we've been seeing from some of these players?
Kev, it seems inevitably every year there's a few players who make a huge leap in their games. And I love it when it's a complete surprise. Because when there's a player who's been under the radar and emerges as a potential star, how exciting is that?
Nice ball movement by Utah. Jay, and Utah, another 3. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance NP has shown recently. Right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
Utah has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Looking for Filipowski and gets it there. And the basket by Jay.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Utah Jazz.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of pass. In the early stages of this game, a good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And here's Caldwell Pope following the 3 from Jay. Here's Edey. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Edey's got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the Pelicans really lit up the floor. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory. that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
And here's Jackson following the three from Jay. Launches a three. Rebounded by Bailey.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no good. Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Caldwell Pope outside. Wells kicks to Jackson. The offensive rebound. It's blocked. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Hits the three-point bomb. And now it's up to 25 points for Jay.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. For the Jazz, Martin, he's checked in for Filipowski. Mann comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Collier in for George. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Pippen, the pass to Aldama. Clark, a screen on Martin. Here's Aldama. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Substitution on the court.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Wells kicks to Pippen. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And here is Wells. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. It's tipped. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. The front court is Wells and Jackson. Contavious Caldwell Pope is out there with Pippen. And it's Edey in at the 5 spot.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He had 15 points last outing. Fades away. And he overshot that one, missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And the shot is good.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
To the paint. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Pippen.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Here's Jay. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
Pippen kicks to Caldwell Pope. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, range out beyond the arc and his handle. I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
It's Pippen on the wing, defended by George. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Jerome, he's checked in for Pippen. And the Grizzlies with possession here. After the three-pointer from Jay, Jerome with the screen for Caldwell Pope. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson deciding where to go with it. they get it. Edie. No dice on the putback jam. And so it's Utah, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
These guys have made a great case all season long, Shaq, and now they're processing things even faster, making even better decisions. That's impressive.
They should show my blocks. I have averaged more than one block a game. Why they show the one assist like I average? That's funny.
Now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Utah Jazz. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
We've got Jay. Arkinen is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Bailey. And it's George in at the points. That's the group right now for Utah. You know, Doris, it's an ongoing debate, but some believe that the game is better today than ever before. I think it is. What about you?
Well, Kevin, despite what you might hear from players from prior generations, I 100% agree with you. Each and every year, we seem to be setting a record for the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. The players have never been more skilled. We lean heavily into analytics. It's in a perfect place.
And here's Jackson. After the three-pointer from Jay, Edie. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's something you'd like to see more out of Jackson, making plays for others.
Down low, here's Jay. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And a miss there on the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
And the basket by Jay.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, the Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back over to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Caldwell Pope outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Trains the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Sinks the triple. Jay's got 59 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Jerome passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Jackson. From down low. Crafty move. Edie finds Jackson. Shoots over Filipowski. Jackson gets the bucket. 8 points for Jaren Jackson.
And don't forget, his dad played in the NBA as well. So Jackson probably grew up getting bumped all the time trying to score in the backyard.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And that one drops.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Edey with a screen for Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Jay. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. 64 points for Jay.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Jerome against George. Jackson has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Jackson's got 11 points.
Well, Jackson Jr. is a very skilled three-point shooter. You can't give him room, especially from the corner.
Now, here's Wells. 8 points for him. Pass to Edey. Outside for Jackson. That three off the mark. George looking around. Here's Jay. And the Jazz, another three.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so it's Utah with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right?
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. Wells comes in for Santi Aldama. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for John Crenshaw. And it's Ty Jerome in for Pippen. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. The wing pair, it's Caldwell Pope and Wells. Zach Edey out there with Jerome Jackson. And it's Jerome in at the point. So Doris, when it comes to punishing flopping, the acronym is STEM, and you can walk us through this. S-T-E-M.
That's right, Kevin. Secondary, theatrical, embellished movements. Players are always going to embellish contact because they want to make sure the official sees it. What the league doesn't want are the flailing pirouettes, the exaggeration or feigning of contact. Those actions will be penalized.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Jay. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Will it go? Jackson from long range drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And that is why Triple J is a stretch five. He doesn't clog the lane. Jaron really helps to space the floor.
And the Jazz with another three.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Back to Jerome. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Count it. Good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Utah.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and have been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jay.
The aspect of his game that stood out to me was his work on the glass. He was absolutely relentless.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Buries it from three-point range.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Pass to Jackson. Right through the D for the layup.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
Here's Jay. He's defended by Edie. Here's Jay. Connects again.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
A scoring bonanza tonight in the win. MP, as you're passing 40, 50, 60 points, are you feeling the excitement building in the arena?
You notice it, but I'm at work. You know, there's a million things to keep track of. Defensive assignments, switches, how you're going to handle this, attack that. I know we make it look easy, but it's not. This is a real high-wire act, and if you don't keep your eyes on the prize, you're going to fall.
We appreciate you, MP.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific stuff, Dominic. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan.
D.
What's the process?
Did you sneak some nutrition in there?
No, last
You didn't
time
like it?
And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
The starters for Utah. Lauri Markkanen out there with Filipowski. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Keontae George. And it's Jay in at the 5. Now, here is James. And slam dunked by James.
LeBron James, power and athleticism on full display with the jam.
This one for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. Now, here is James. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Good.
Superb work in the pick and roll that time by LeBron James. Such a pro at executing in these sets. Takes advantage of whatever mistake the defense makes.
Here's Jay. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 3rd assist of the night. Jay's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Doncic finds Hachimura. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I mean, with his height and size, stopping Valanciunas just isn't an option sometimes. What a jam.
As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason, Grant.
And that became a glaring need as we saw in their first-round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, B.A. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, J.J. Redick had a few moments to share with me. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Pass to Jay. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Utah.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence. Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up 3s the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
The shot by Reeves, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Takes the 3. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 11. The last time they came together was in Salt Lake City, where they fell to the Jazz.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing. And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Here's what Los Angeles is going with right now. Hayes is checked in for Valanciunas. Connect comes in for Hachimura. And Smart subbed in for Reeves. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s. It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now, here is James. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game.
And once James gets the ball near the rim, just let him go to work because he knows what he's doing down there.
Clark, over the last few seasons, LeBron's 3-point shooting has been more efficient than ever.
Yeah, how about this, B.A.? Since 24, he's right around 40% from deep on 5 attempts per game.
And Coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down.
The previous play is under review.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Come up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
For the Jazz, man, he's checked in for Bailey. And it's Collier in for George. And he makes a first. Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport. This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And that one's good. James.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though? Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now Smart. In his last outing, 8 points for him. It's Smart on the wing. Offline with a 3. Utah leading by 11. Pass to Jay. Fires from deep. And the three-pointer goes. Jay's got 25 points in the game.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
And so it's Utah up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been fantastic pushing the ball. Fast break points a key. And if you're just tuning in, changes here for the Lakers. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Reeves. On offense, here's Utah. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. LeBron and Hachimura in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic is out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Lakers trail by 14. James deciding where to go with it. Fires the 3. And Valanciunas gets it to go on the assist from James. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the night. There's a minute 54 left in the second period. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the Grizzlies delivered quite a performance. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Allie, great info there. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
James outside. And he gets that one. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's an 18-point game. Hachimura sets a screen. Oh, LeBron knocks down the triple.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
George passes to Jay. Utah moving the ball around. Another 3 for Utah.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
35 seconds left to play in the first half. Hachimura outside. Back to Doncic. Pass to Smart. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Doncic. Hachimura with a screen on George. And here's Doncic outside. The rebound by Jay. Jay's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's off his game right now, trying to find a groove.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Jay's got 41.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's the Jazz running away with this one. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And hello. The offense has been well engineered, kind of like diesel engine, but much, much more advanced. More like a...
And right now, thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the three?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
So the Utah 5 right now. They've got Kyle Filipowski, Bailey out there with George. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Jay in at center, filling out the middle. Pass to Bailey. Here's Jay from behind the arc. Buries it from 3. Jay's got 44.
He's been incredible tonight, seemingly scoring at will, really powering his team forward.
Back to Doncic. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. For 3, George. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. On the break. Here's Jay. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. 40. Seven points for Jay.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Inside. Doncic with the jam.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself, couldn't control himself there.
And one guy you can neither speed up nor slow down. That's Luka Doncic, friend.
Yeah, BA, he completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
From outside the arc. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
Jay, the pass to Filipowski. Here's Jay. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Hachimura from long range. The rebound by Jay. Jay's got rebound number 8 now. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Hey, I'd keep feeding him every trip. He's been on fire this quarter.
James outside. From the arc. Sinks the tray. James has got 22 points.
He has been unguardable. There's been no misses yet. You have to keep getting him the ball.
Here's Jay. Another 3 for Utah.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Lakers coach J.J. Redick has brought an attention to detail to this team. Austin Reeves said, quote, set the foundation of doing stuff the right way, and if we do that, we can be a really good team. Redick said it's important to always emphasize the things that you want. That hopefully becomes part of your identity. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And Utah calls time here. Some changes now for the Lakers. Hayes is checked in for Valanciunas. Connect comes in for Hachimura. And Smart subbed in for Doncic. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Anderson's checked in for Filipowski. Sensabaugh comes in for Larry Markkinen. Mann, he's checked in for Bailey. And it's Collier in for George. James passes to Reeves. Off the mark there with a three.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Collier, no good. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Utah?
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
To the inside. And good! There's another! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Connect. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Connect's got 6 points.
And Connect's ability to shoot from that extended range is what made him such a highly touted prospect.
And that one's good. Jay.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He is yet to miss a shot.
Right side Reeves. Three-pointer. The shot won't fall. And so it's Utah in total control. Up by 29 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time. We'll go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. LeBron, he's checked in for Connect. And Doncic has subbed in for Smart. Reeves and LeBron out on the perimeter. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5.
We've been watching him hold court out of the arc. Just an unforgettable performance tonight.
To the middle. That one's good from James on the assist by Reeves. And that's now 27 points for LeBron James. Pass to Jay. The three. Yet another bucket. 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Now here's James. The three ball. Utah grabs the miss. Jay's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Here's Sensabaugh. Puts up a three. And again, it's Utah with a three.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Doncic right side. Got a piece of it. And the whistle blew, so that'll be a shooting foul. Hey, great defensive effort there with the block shot, but he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up. And Utah calls time here. They're ahead by 29. First one falls. Clark, you think about current NBA players. Which do you see becoming head coaches down the line?
Well, I think Chris Paul is an obvious answer. He's had so many leadership roles, not only on his team, but throughout the league. Mike Conley has great temperament, has been a tremendous mentor to other players, and is also a guy who has shown great leadership capability. Perhaps C.J. McCollum, a Northeast Ohio guy as well, because of leadership he's shown in the NBPA. So those are three that come to mind right away.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Jazz.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And we just saw one of the greatest teams of all time win again. They've reached that magical 72-win marker, and they keep going.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And this isn't one of those mini-series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And what a huge performance it was for Jay.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
Utah making a switch here. Sensaball's checked in. And the Lakers have possession. 3 on the clock. Got a hand on it. In transition, here come the Jazz. Oh, connects again.
Incredible. 81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic outside. Reeves with the ball. Looking to end the run. That shot off. Here's Hendricks. Here's Jay. And the layup is good off the glass.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one.
Great win for you guys tonight, MP, and you broke the half-century mark. Does scoring 50 feel different than scoring 30 or 40?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course it does. I think watching someone hit 50, it feels different than watching someone hit 30, right? Of course. So it's the same for me when I'm out there doing it. There's an electricity in the air, and it's a special thing for me and the team.
I think we're all feeling it, MP.
Appreciate that.
All right. Brian, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Dom. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching.
Trae Young's on the NBA first team. That's a surprise. I'm still not sure what to put my cap breakers on. I think I need to. I have one left on interior defense, offensive rebound. I'm going to take a quick break, get some lunch, get my dog some lunch. I'll be back on. I'm going to rename the stream to Playoffs too, so I'm starting the playoffs. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I'll be on here daily with new NBA 2K content.